Okay, if those Karen Carpenter songs I sang since I'm missing is the name Karen Carpenter called Dead, but I'm now named Julie Chilelli. Since that other phone's missing, I may find it later or it's stolen or whatever, that I could sit and record on that with a different screen or a phone and then holding this one for music. I'm not going to give up. You see, I danced around to Leonard Garcia's van music before he heads down to the beach to sing. I realized that giving up is just a message I send to you if I do. So I'm not going to today, at this minute. And I'm hoping that that message to those giving up who wants to jump off a freeway, a building, slit your throat, whatever you feel like giving up, the proper thing might be to do the opposite. You just turn around and do something else. I got mad at a lady and I'm telling her my baby's kidnapped. She goes, think of butterflies instead of all that stuff. I got mad, but later on I realized she's right. I should go to this park here. There may be a butterfly flying around. See, we get angry when somebody tells us something that might be right sometimes. So remember, spread the message to go home to teenagers that look what happened to me. When you run away, you may not find out who you are. You may be running away from a different family that's looking for you, or a friend, or some music money, like the band Romeo Boy might have been looking for me when I ran away. Got in a car, drove off. I was scared to go to court against Isaac Mund, who had refused to let me out of his apartment when I was 15. At least that's the age I thought I was, or 14. And then I ran away with, I was babysitting for 12 days actually, but for 3 days I took off with one of the children just to get the hell out because they wanted me to go to court against this man. And someone was threatening to break everybody's legs if I went to court, so I just escaped. But remember that I went home. A man named George, a Chippendales dancer, said to me, yeah, I was out partying one night. He goes, Julie, you need to turn around and go home. So when you are on the run and you've done something wrong, it's never too late to try again, and go home. To anybody's home if you don't have one, that you love somebody there and tell them the truth and face the truth. You see, when I went home, instead of graduating in 1985 as a cheerleader or whatever in North High School where I was a cheerleader, I graduated in 1984 in California Youth Authority, Ventura School in Camarillo, California. Interned to be a doctor for a year. I was interning to be a psychologist. I didn't know I was a missing doctor from San Francisco. I had memory loss. They know it's true. I didn't know I was Madonna, dancing around to Madonna songs in Youth Authority. But I also am on prison break for taking off. You see, I took off in the TV show Prison Break. That's a real situation. I liked this guy. I looked at him. And I just want to tell you that you have to face up to what you're doing. You could end up a college graduate. You turn yourself in, you focus on school, and that's what you make your main focus instead of stealing a doctor ID. See how I and everybody and you are all wanted for stealing IDs? And I borrowed an ID, going into a nightclub, used an ID, got arrested, music money sent to Keisha name, not my ID. So do you see that I'm Julie Chilelli, Chilelli, Chiolelli and Keki are names I don't use and that paperwork's missing. That's my ex-husband, federal agent Salvador Chilelli of USA, Canada, and Italy's 3 names, and I've only used 1. So you guys have stolen the paperwork, become Chiolelli and Keki, and half the agency has too because you used my phones to prove who I am and to find hostages. If they've made you do anything terrible in between there, become the queen, become the princess, do this, do that, we still have time to talk it out. Like I had time to get in the car with that license plate, EICHMAN. That was not my license plate. That was Carla Eichmann's license plate, and Tom. To drive Carissa home. You, as my child, should remember that I've been in your position. And I am your hostage negotiator at this minute. And that's my baby that you took, Becky Mullins and Becky Peters, whoever you are, all of you. Becky, I've met you, one of 2 of you. There's a million Becky Peters and Becky Mullins, and you guys know which ones I know is which. So some of you feel victim that you have the same name. Go on the news, tell the truth. I'm sorry if you've been illegally persecuted by me or someone else. But it's not too late to tell the truth. Like Becky Mullins on film admitted she stabbed me, but she refused to say she took my baby, and then she continued to stab those entering forwarding phones And Becky, today is the day, or yesterday, whenever it is, you're going to have to be honest that you're on Baywatch with me. We were real lifeguards, and later on they asked me to be an extra. But they did kidnap me, and you stabbed me. And in different generations, Baywatch, under the name Marilyn Monroe, when I was Marilyn Monroe. Today you're going to have to admit that you're not that name. That you have smaller teeth that I had. That's a medium-sized teeth you have right now that I had it until 2003. And you're going to have to admit that my teeth were even smaller as Norma Jean Baker. And when you start getting to the truth, like you admitted and you're honest with me, you see that I don't always hate you as much as some people, because you walked up, you agreed. To be honest, I actually walked up though with the camera in the video that day. That you came to me honestly at that minute and hugged me, and you put your head down on me. That God and I know you regret it, but you went on killing, and you're going to have to be honest that after that, you found out that I didn't remember birthing that baby, so you guys kept it. And now that I know, today is the day for you to be honest. And then you can talk other people into going home like I can in the future when you've made a mistake, what to do, how to get out of the mistake. Dust yourself off and try again.